Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
It is a spectacular Tuesday evening in the Bronx, New York, as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the Yankees against the White Sox in the first game of a three-game set from Yankee Stadium. Hey everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside Paul O'Neill. So happy to be with you this Tuesday evening for Yankees baseball on Yes. Yankees coming off a very successful road trip against Cleveland and Toronto. And now they send their ace to the hill here as we take a look at the Home Depot working on a win pitching matchup. Davis Martin, second best ERA in the American League, trailing only Cam Schlittler. Meanwhile, Garrett Cole, the numbers pretty strong through his first four. Last time out against Cleveland, Paul, he labored a bit but was able to limit the damage.
Well, it was always good to see Garrett Cole taking the mound every fifth day. I mean, we waited a long time for this. And Garrett Cole, you mentioned an ace. He was with the ace of the league for a while. He's using his breaking ball a little bit more. Fastball topped 100 last time, which he hadn't done in the last 4 years. So velocity's there. Garrett Cole, it's good to see on the mound every fifth day.
You see the first two starts outstanding. The last two set to work a little bit harder. Meanwhile, the Yankees take on a White Sox team that just a couple of years ago they lost 121 games. Now here they are contending for the American League Central. A lot of great stories up and down that roster. Miguel Vargas is one of them.
Well, he's having a great year. I mean, you're probably going to see him in Philadelphia as an all-star. And he came over in 24, left the Dodgers, who won the World Series, to a team that was losing 121 games. You figured, where am I? Well, he got the opportunity. He's making the most of it, having a great year offensively.
He's top 10 in the American League in so many key categories: homers, ribbies, runs, and walks. Well, coming up, we know Jose Caballero loves some gamesmanship, especially with the pitch clock. Our Meredith Marakovits dives into it with Aaron Boone next on Yes.
Welcome back to Yankees baseball on Yes, as the Yankees welcome the AL Central leading White Sox for the first of a three-game series. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovits. Jose Caballero did a little bit of everything in Sunday's win over the Blue Jays. He played second base, third base, left field, hit a three-run home run, and was up to his usual shenanigans in the batter's box when it comes to the pitch clock. Earlier, Aaron Boone spoke about his gamesmanship.
I think it's kind of heady stuff that he does. I've been on the other side. I understand how it gets under your skin, but, part of that stuff is why we got him over here is, he plays the game in a kind of gritty, competitive, maybe rubs you the wrong way the other side, but the more you look at it and the more you think about it and the more you hear him articulate it, it makes some sense.
Aaron Boone said that he did get some clarity from Major League Baseball. Jose Caballero didn't seem as sold. When I spoke to him in the clubhouse, he said when he walks up to the plate for the first time tonight, he's going to check in with the home plate umpire just to make sure that he has the rules correct. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Garrett Cole gets the ball. First pitch next on Yes.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. By Tunnel to Towers, donate $11 a month and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org. And by Hyundai. Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. Visit Hyundai.com for more information. Yankees taking the field on an absolutely gorgeous night at the stadium. Take a look at the White Sox starting lineup. This is a group that's been producing a lot of runs. Sam Antonacci leading it off. Miguel Vargas, Andrew Benintendi, Colson, Montgomery have been one of the league's best home run hitters over the last calendar year. Braden Montgomery, Chase Mydroff, Jacob Gonzalez, Tristan Peters, and then Drew Romo rounds out the White Sox starting lineup. On the mound for the Yankees, Garrett Cole. You see what he's done through his first 4 starts. Let's check out the Nissan Pitchers Scouting Report.
Well, let's break down the first 2 and the last 2. Last 2, he's struggled a little bit. He given up 6 runs in a little over 9 innings. But remember, the first 2 starts coming off Tommy John surgery, 12 2/3 without giving up a run. So that's what he's capable of doing. And higher. Talk about it. His fastball. It averaged 97.6 last time out. He even hit 100 for the first time in 4 years. And back to the basics. He's really gotten away from that cutter and basically has not thrown it this year. It's fastball, slider, and he's using the changeup a lot more.
Let's take a look at the defense brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. And you see Anthony Volpe highlighted. He is our Car Shield defensive player profile. His defensive run saved since his debut in 2023, tied for 4th among all shortstops. You're ready to go, Paul. I see you jamming up here, man.
No, but man, it's almost, I feel bad talking over, giving you shoulder. It was just jamming here at the stadium.
Right up your alley. As Cole gets ready to go. This is a perfect June night, huh?
Unbelievable. I mean, we've been up a lot of nights where it hadn't been so beautiful in April, May, so we deserved this for a while.
Super humid last week. Gorgeous this evening as Cole starts off Antonacci with ball 1. Dave Morales, the third base umpire, says Antonacci did not go around. Foul straight back.
And we were talking before the game. Antonacci, he played with Italy in the WBC. Now, the man's been up 176 at bats. He's been hit 15 times already. He will not budge. So do not get inside and try to get him off the plate.
It's an insane number.
Well,
for that amount of at bats.
If you think about it, last year he got hit 35 times and led the minor leagues. It wasn't my game plan.
No.
Plates, you know that?
1-2 coming from Cole. High. What were you, 20 for your entire career for hit batter? 22?
22 times. That's 22 too many, to tell you the truth. Every once in a while we'd help you out here 0-2, but no, that was not my intention. Heading to the plate.
Here comes the 2-2 from Cole. Lofted in the air to left center. On the move to make the grab is Jones. 1 away. Hey, let's take a look at the Empire Scouting Report brought to you by our local Kia dealers. Mike Malinsky has had a little more than half of his ABS challenges overturned in his 21st season. More inside strikes on righties, more outside on lefties. See the other umpires this evening. And his first pitch swinging, Vargas pops it up. Behind second, Chisholm tracks it down, and 2 outs here in the first.
Well, the White Sox have really turned it around as an organization, but offensively, the last couple of weeks, I mean, they have been really, really good. It's not like they're just beating up on the, the Central Division, which is always down. It seems like year after year, but it's got finished beating the Braves and the Dodgers, so they're a good team. And he has a lot to do with it. Venable there, the manager.
His second season has been in Tendy. Fouls that back. Yeah, a 2-game sweep of the Braves, rain-shortened series, and then taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. And how about that? 38 wins already this season. Last year, they didn't win their 38th game until July 25th.
You know, when I look at giving credit to a manager is they got off to a bad start this year.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you went from 121 losses to, I think, 101 last year. Get off to a tough start, and you're thinking, here we go again. Somehow, some way, you've got to get through to guys that, we can play.
You compete against his dad, Max Venable?
Yes, he was a teammate of mine with the Cincinnati Reds.
There you go. The 1-2. Benintendi rocks that to right center and deep. Caballero back at the wall, and that is gone. Andrew Benintendi takes Garrett Cole up and out, and the White Sox with a 1-0 lead.
This is what Benintendi is really trying to do. He has kind of altered his swing to try to pull the ball and try to get the ball up in the air. Remember, he used to be kind of a slap hitter, maybe all-star team years ago, hitting over 300. It has kind of changed the way he goes about his business. Four-seam fastball just did not quite get to the inside corner. Gave him the ability to get the barrel out and get it out of here.
You talked about it, Paul. The White Sox offense, they have been stroking it of late, and because of that, they're up to 7th in the majors in runs scored per game. And here's another guy who could leave the arc, Colson Montgomery. 5th most homers in baseball since he made his debut last July. It's a towering fly ball into shallow right. Caballero races in to make the catch. And in the inning with the White Sox get on the board thanks to Andrew Benintendi. Yanks up next, down 1-0. Well, the White Sox put up one at the top of the first off of Garrett Cole on the Andrew Benintendi solo home run. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Ben Rice will lead it off at his 3rd career game-winning homer in the 9th or later on Sunday in Toronto. Then it's Cody Bellinger hitting 2nd for the Yanks. Goldschmidt 3rd. Jazz will clean up. Spencer Jones, Jose Caballero, Ryan McMahon, J.C. Escara, and Anthony Volpe will round out the Yankees starting lineup. Davis Martin having a really strong season, 9-2. The 2.41 ERA. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, he is leading the way. You talked about it. He is really at the top of the list of why this team has really turned it around. His 9 wins, tied for a major league lead, 9-2. Great start. 6-pitch mix. I mean, he'll use all 6 of his pitches, any count, lefty or righty. And the long ball with a lot of question marks. This will be interesting. Yankees lead all of baseball with 102 home runs, and Martin leads all of baseball. He's only given up 3 home runs all year, which is less than almost a third of a home run a game. So something has to give here.
And 1-1 on Ben Rice. Rice with a huge home run in the 9th inning on Sunday, before Caballero added a little sauce to it, giving the Yankees that series win against the Blue Jays. Now the Yankees have to continue to try and piece it together without Giancarlo Stanton for a little bit longer, at least, as he had a setback. Trent Grisham on the IL with a hamstring that Aaron Boone was hoping was going to be the minimum amount of time, and earlier today said probably going to be a little bit longer. He's moving good, still doing baseball activities, but not going to be just 10 days. Jason Dominguez not starting tonight because of a pulled tooth.
And then a tooth pulled on a day or a game day, huh?
Yeah, I never thought I'd be in a clubhouse and hear a reporter ask, why did it get infected? Did you have a cavity? But
that's what you
But that's baseball, Susan, apparently. Yeah, that's what we heard.
I guess it didn't hurt yesterday on the day off.
No. He said it was sensitive.
Oh, yeah?
During the games the other day, and then all of a sudden it was a problem, and a previous root canal became an infection. Had to go.
Now you've gone over to the point I want to hear.
Yeah, I'm in the orthodontry that has crossed the line for you. That's right. Strikes out. Let's take a look at the defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Antonacci in left, Peterson center, Montgomery in right, Vargas and Colson Montgomery on the left side, Mydroff and Gonzalez on the right side, and Romo is behind the plate. And here's Bellinger.
To the White Sox organization, I mean, they cannot rave enough. Cody Bellinger hits a little fly ball to left field for the second out. They cannot rave enough about the defense of Peters in center field and what he has meant to this team defensively.
Super fast. Was a December trade from the Rays for Cash, and now has totally taken hold of that position out there in center. Also broke up Yamamoto's no-hitter in the 9th inning on Saturday. Here's Goldschmidt. who takes a strike from Martin. 0-1. Oh, 2 on Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt 7th in the American League in batting average if you go to 175 plate appearances. 6th in at-bats per RBI, 9th in OPS, just having an incredible season. And they've needed every bit of it with the boppers they have out. As he chases there, and an impressive inning from Davis Martin. 1, 2, 3 go the Yanks. We move to the second.
Tiempo limitado en Wendy's participantes de los Estados Unidos 2026 Universal Studios. Todos los derechos reservados. Quality is our recipe, LLC. New York Yankees Baseball en español por el servicio SAP, cortesía de Spectrum. Spectrum Fiber Powered Internet. El Internet más confiable, con el que siempre puedes contar.
Playgrounds for a long time pretending they're Jalen Brunson.
You don't know how many times. I grew up in the era where you had one game a week, and it was usually the Boston Celtics. I would run out in the snow during halftime and be JoJo White or John Havlicek, and then run back, watch the second half. So
yeah,
I get what you're where you're coming from.
For me, I was pretending to be Kobe or Chris Mullin.
Yeah,
those were my guys. Here's Braden Montgomery. A little discussion with Garrett Cole, and Montgomery fouls that away on a 97-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 0-1. Montgomery made his MLB debut last Tuesday. Ended up hitting a walk-off 2-run homer in the game. Pretty good debut.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. Only 23 years old, but he came over. He's a #1 draft pick by the Red Sox. Came over in the Crochet deal, so they expect big things. When you're traded for big names like that, you're expected to do good things.
And he was the most highly touted prospect, as you say, in that deal for Crochet, but the last one to make the majors, they got a really good haul for Crochet. And here's the walk-off on Tuesday, going the other way with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a memory that you'll never forget. First home run, first day in the major leagues, fireworks going off. Like, wow, I've gone to Disneyland.
And here's that trade. I mean, that's a really good trade. Kyle Teel, outstanding catcher, who's on his way back from injury. Meidroth having a terrific year for them right now at second base. Gonzalez, a legit reliever, and now Montgomery. The 2-2 is fouled away.
Garrett Cole with the old style wind up.
Yeah.
He actually had a delay up there that time. Kind of every once in a while you'll kind of speed your motion up. This time he kind of waited back, and then you saw right after the pitch peek up at the scoreboard and kind of check out where my velocity is with a good four-seamer.
Another 2-2, and that one just misses. 3-2. Just down. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Stuck with the heater and got him one away.
Well, that's what you love to see from Garrett Cole in a fastball situation. Throw a fastball by a hitter for strike 3, swing and a miss. Four-seamer just right by.
And you talked about it before, Paul. The velocity last start was so impressive for Cole. Hit 100 for the first time in 4 years. His average fastball velocity last start was the highest it's been in 3 years. All good signs. Just a few starts post Tommy John. Roll to short. Volpe. 2 down. And that'll set up Jacob Gonzalez. Filling in at first for Munetaka Murakami, who was the best offensive player for the White Sox before he went down with an injury in late May, and their offense really hasn't missed a beat remarkably. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. You see 20 home runs in 57 games, a .938 OPS. That's the right hamstring strain Murakami does. Could return later this month or early July, but this young man, Jacob Gonzalez, has done a nice job in his absence.
It's kind of if you look at his career, he's been a second baseman, a shortstop, and now he's kind of just learning to play first base because there's a need there.
He had only 6 career games at first base before started playing there in the big leagues. Cole peers in. Here comes the 1-2. Missed outside with a 4-seamer, 2-2. Gonzalez was leading the minors with 19 homers when he got the call up. Has worked the count full now. Gonzalez, another guy who worked with the director of hitting, Ryan Fuller, in the White Sox organization, changed his stance and saw his career, his results completely turn around. The 3-2 from Cole. He is fouled back.
You talk about what he's done, and you look at the bat a little bit farther from him. He was concerned about wrapping the bat, which kind of gets you caught behind, and you just can't get to the fastball. So that's kind of the adjustment he's made. But Garrett Cole got in on him right there anyway.
A 1-2-3 inning from Cole.
Welcome back to the Bronx, where the White Sox lead the Yankees 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Max Fried took a significant step in his rehab process earlier today, throwing off the mound for the first time since landing on the IL with the left elbow bone bruise. In speaking to Preston Claiborne, Fried threw 20 pitches, hit about 93, 94 miles an hour with this fastball. All felt good, so he will continue to build up and progress. Guys, still a couple of weeks away from a return, but definitely a big step for Max Fried and potentially for this Yankees rotation in the future.
Thank you very much, Meredith. No doubt we are all looking forward to seeing Fried and Cole in the same rotation.
Yeah, you look at some of the studs you're sending out there: Cole, Rodon, Schlittler, Fried, Cole. I mean, it goes on.
Yeah,
that's reminds me of the old days when we used to get off the plane in Atlanta. You knew you were getting Glavine, Smoltz, and Maddox. I mean, it just day in and day out. Great starting pitcher they have the opportunity to have right now.
What a shot right there with all that talent in one dugout. And Clark Schmidt, who's been throwing, and you see where he might end up factoring in. Jazz hammers that foul. All right, Meredith, what's going on with Clark?
Well, he's been throwing for quite some time. He's expected to face hitters soon. He told me there is no doubt in his mind he is making it back this season. In what capacity, that remains to be seen. You already talked about the guys that are in that rotation, and if you look at it realistically, is he going to have enough time to build up to be a full starter? And will there be a need in the rotation when he is in fact available and ready? It's still going to take some time for him to continue that rehab process, but certainly could be a factor for this team down the stretch.
Yeah, could see him playing as a significant arm in the pen, perhaps, as Jazz caught that one clean, huh? Oof. Oof.
It looked like it just caught the ankle bone away from the shin guard there. And that's, that spinner that a lot of times as a lefty you pick that up and you just have a tendency to want to pull it. And you just hook it right down to your foot.
And receiving some attention now, but going to stay in. Now, that shin guard, brand new. Just got it in the mail today, according to Meredith.
Must have got it from Jordan at the North Carolina logo.
Yeah, there you go.
Baby blue.
Guys,
yeah, has cuts and misses. Strike three. Yeah, Mare?
Ryan, it was kind of funny. It was kind of like a kid in a candy store. He said it felt like Christmas. He had a huge box that had been sent to him from Jordan with different gear in it to kind of update his stuff for his on-field wear, batting gloves, the shin guards, a little bit of everything, some new sneakers and cleats. He was very excited about it. Not excited about that strikeout, though.
There's nothing better than going to your locker. You've been on the road, and it's just like Christmas because there's certain things that you only get at the major league.
Yeah.
I mean, if I needed a new pair of shoes in AAA, you had to go to Dick's Sporting Goods,
right,
right. They just show up at your locker. You get to open them up. It's one of the fun things, believe me.
Feels like Christmas?
Yes. It's good stuff.
Spencer Jones hit well since he's come back up. 6 for 19 in 7 games. Let's check out one of today's player props brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Spencer Jones hit 1 or more home runs plus 450. And it's 3-1 on Jones. Hit his first career home run in Cleveland, 443 feet. And it was just a seed out to center. That one is rocked to right. There's home run number 2. Spencer Jones goes to the second deck, and it's a 1-1 game. His first Yankee Stadium home run.
Another line drive. That went into the second deck. I mean, you're going to see some home runs. When Stanton gets back and the Judge gets back, Jones just keeps hitting. You're going to see some home runs that just don't happen every single day in the Major League. In the pregame, we talked about Martin's only given up 3. Let's make that 4.
Yeah.
1 swing of a bat.
Yeah, those question marks, and Spencer said, I'll answer that question.
We took off one of them.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Starting to get excited seeing these at-bats from Spencer Jones. 111.6 miles per hour off the bat.
Well, his leverage and his height and, his swing, it's going to produce home runs. There's no doubt about it. It's all about him being able to get comfortable, to stay in the strike zone. He's, to me, a lot like Aaron Judge in the sense that he doesn't need to try to hit home runs, to try to pull the ball. If he gets a pitch, sure, but he can go the other way. He can go dead center field. So this ball's supposed to be up and in, and that's kind of been the zone that a lot of teams have been able to right under his hands. That ball was down enough in the strike zone where it's very hittable. Ouch. That ball got squared. Whack.
Hitting 350 limited bats since getting recalled, though, but he's going to have a runway of opportunity here with the Yankee injuries they're dealing with.
Yeah, not only did he miss his target, but he tried to cut the baseball, which spins and it takes some velocity. And that's why I was always leery to see pitchers just fall in love with that cutter. Not everybody's Mariano. And when you miss with it, it's just kind of a lukewarm fastball right where you want it. There's a shot, Ryan.
Yeah, I love it too. Caballero pokes that to stay alive. Caballero might have been the biggest talking point today pregame after his pitch clock gamesmanship in Toronto and trying to get clarification about when he has to look up as he lines out to first, 2 away. Aaron Boone said he felt like he got, we heard Meredith talk about this off the top of the broadcast, he got clarification from the league that Caballero has to not only look up but be alert by 8 seconds. And the bigger thing was if he feels like the pitcher has engaged too early, he can't just step out. It has to be the umpire who calls for that. Those were the clarifications that where Aaron said he kind of, talked to Major League Baseball and said, I want this verbatim so I can go to Caballero and make sure we're all on the same page with this and what's legal, what's not.
So we got Caballero rules.
We have the Jabba rules, now we have the Caballero rules, yeah. McMahon's been in better lately as well as he flicks that into center. Peters will cover it and end the inning, but Spencer Jones starting to like what you see right here from this big young man. Absolutely slammed out to right. His first Yankee Stadium homer. It's a 1-1 game.
Welcome back to the stadium where we are tied at 1 apiece as we head to the top of the third. Tristan Peters leading things off for the White Sox. Ryan, you already mentioned how great he has been defensively out there in center field. Well, this is a guy that had a little bit of a unique road to the big leagues. He actually played for the Savannah Bananas in the summer of 2021 when they were still operating as a collegiate summer league. He credited them with getting him out of his shell a little bit, loosening up, and just playing a bit more freely, all of which he feels like have benefited him at this level. And Paul, I know you were wondering, did he do the dances? Did he do the TikToks? He did a couple of them, but they weren't as prevalent back when he was with the Bananas. They obviously have become much bigger as of late as he flies out to right to start things off here.
Awesome stuff, though, Mayor.
Imagine taking a job with so your resume, you're a great player, but you can't TikTok dance. So you're off. You're off the team.
That's it. We don't have a spot for you then.
Paul, everyone can TikTok dance.
Really? You haven't seen me.
I think maybe that should be a future goal. Drew Romo takes outside 1-1. Romo bounced around on waivers this offseason. Rockies, Orioles, Mets, and then finally the White Sox. And getting a lot of playing time here with Kyle Teal still not back. Tipped into the glove and not held on to as Romo stays alive. Cole, good velocity on the fastball again tonight. And
that's my fault for not seeing it.
Mike Molinsky needs some balls.
You heard him say, that's my fault.
Yeah, for not seeing it, yeah.
He wasn't ready. He needed another pearl to throw out there.
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Strike three, got him looking. Another good fastball, 97. Second strikeout for Garrett.
Yeah, I think he feels like he has his good life on his fastball. It's another four-seam fastball just right there. Talking about the White Sox, they're a good offensive team, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks. So this is a good test for Garrett Cole.
Here's Antonacci, who takes a knuckle curve in there for a strike, 0-1. Paul talked about the hit by pitches for Antonacci. As we take a look at those leaders in just a moment. 0-1 as Antonacci steps back in. The leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. There it is, 15. Most through a player's first 52 career games since Kid Elberfeld's 18 in 1898. I know that name was on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Those names put you back in the 1800s every single time.
That's right. There's not a lot of Kid Elberfelds walking around these days.
Not that I know of.
Yeah. The 0-2. In there for a strike with a changeup. Third strikeout for Cole. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. 1-1 game to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning. Ryan Rucco, Paul O'Neill, Meredith Morakovitz, our entire Yes Network crew. Appreciate you hanging out with us. A solo homer from Andrew Benintendi in the first. And then Spencer Jones, his first Yankee Stadium home run in the second. And a 1-1 game in the bottom of the third. Yanks with a 1.5 game lead in the American League East after their successful road trip and the Rays' recent struggles. As Scara takes outside 1-0. And Scara takes a strike, 1-1. Yankees have not gotten much from the catching position offensively all season, but they've gotten a little bit more the last few games from Sanchez and Scara as he cuts through there, 1-2. And a timeout called by Scara with Volpe on deck. White Sox 11-5 in their last 16. They've won 21 of 32 overall. And the count now full on Scara.
Scara, right when he got called up and made the team, you saw him kind of square, and he was able to fight off the ball inside. He got to it. Now you're starting to see that front side is kind of not sequenced. It kind of opens up, and then his weight's kind of falling away, just like that. But you know what? If you can aim him down the line, we'll swing the bat like that. That's just an easy ho-hum double, right?
And he's going for two, and in there. A beautiful slide with the left hand, and Scara has a seeing eye leadoff double.
Much closer than you saw. It, just kind of felt for the ball away and just was able to roll it down the line. A good throw right here, much closer, and a good slide by getting that left hand in around the tag.
See him point right away to say, I'm in there, but the umpire saw it as well. Pulls the right hand back, gets the left arm in, and clearly on the bag before the tag. Here is Volpe. Volpe had a couple of productive at-bats in Toronto, and yeah.
You know, when you put it in play and you see it go over that third base, you're in a good spot to take it for two. And a good carom out there in left field. Antonacci was able to get a good throw off, but if you look at what happened on that tag, he just left the glove there in front of the base. He did not swipe and get the hand.
1-1 on Volpe. The grounds it to the right side. That's doing a job, and no one covers first. Gonzalez, who remember is not a first baseman, just completely vacated the bag, and Volpe reaches.
Well, sometimes when you do the game right, good things happen. And Gonzalez, I noticed against the line drive against Caballero, I don't know how he's going to get to first base as far as he's playing. All of a sudden, You see Martin realize that nobody's at first. Gonzalez is way off, and then he just kind of veers off. Don't know where.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Where he thought he was going there, but remember, does not have a lot of experience at first. Had played just 6 games in the minors there. And Meidroth saying, oh, wait, buddy. First base over there. He has played first aptly since coming up, but that's not his position. He's just there because of the injury to Murakami. And you could see the inexperience manifesting on that play. He's been a shortstop and a second baseman in the minors. So Volpe, like you said, Paul, was making the right play there. Clearly serving a grounder to the right side to advance the runner. Ends up on first. And a check on Volpe. The Yankees set up first and third, nobody out.
You look at Romo, a little bit above average, 28% at throwing runners out. So you got to make sure, you know, it's just not a track meet over there, but he got a great jump there.
Rice fouls it back. And you're right, Volpe had the bag stolen. 1-2 on Rice. Wow, backdoor slider, and Rice is going to challenge it right away.
And Rice thinks this ball went around the plate. See if it ever gets back to the outside corner. No.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And that is 1.6 inches outside. The conviction from Rice, and the at-bat continues in a big spot. Volpe dances off of first, and now the count is full on Ben Rice.
You see Volpe getting caught in between. He loves to get that jump hop where he's moving towards second base. And Martin has stopped him 2 or 3 times at full count. You would think if he would get a jump, he'd be off and racing here.
There he goes. The 3-2 is inside, ball 4. And the Yankees have the bases loaded here in the third. Here's Cody Bellinger. Yankees trying to get to Martin. Not many have this season. He has the second best ERA in the American League. Only Cam Schlittler with a better one. And an opportunity here with the middle of the order up and the bases loaded, nobody out. Aaron Ashby with 9 wins out of the pen for the Brewers. Martin with the 9, tied for the most in the majors. Here is Bellinger, ripping that to right field, a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Volpe flying around. He will score. It's a 2-run single from Cody Bellinger, and the Yankee lead is 3-1.
Well, Bellinger's pretty much done it all year. Just good at bats in big situations, and he really picks up this ball well. A 2-seamer gets around it and just hammers it to right field. Ben Rice had to freeze. That's why he was not able to continue around and go to third. But a big 2-run single by Bellinger.
Now 5 for 8 with 13 ribbies with the bases loaded this season. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
The bases loaded, when you think about it, is such a fun time to hit if you have the right attitude. You know, if you figure out, you know, I've got everything going for me, the pitcher's in trouble.
Yeah.
That's when it was fun to hit. When you're young, sometimes you get up there, I got to get this done, I got to get this done. And you try to force things. The next thing you're walking to the dugout, and you just did not give yourself an opportunity.
The 1-0. Goldschmidt hits it hard, foul. This inning started with a check swing double right over the bag at third, and a great slide from Escara into second, and then what should have been a ground out to advance Escara turned into an infield single for Volpe. Now 2 runs later, the Yankees threatening for more. The 2-1. That's in there for a strike. 2-2. You also think about the ABS challenge from Rice.
Yeah.
How critical that was.
Yeah, that's a great point, Ron. I mean, if you walk back to the dugout and don't challenge that, it's a different inning.
Yep. Challenges it, turns into a walk. Runners took off as Rice noticed he just wasn't being looked at.
Yeah, that's a timing thing. And you'll take a couple pitches and think, you know, he's staying on the same time. I could go now, I could go now. And if it works a couple times, then you take that chance. Now, if he stops the timing and holds you one time, then you're back to square one.
The Yankees also have Martin already up to 52 pitches with no outs in the third. And the count is full on Goldschmidt. Rice at second, Bellinger at first. And Paul Goldschmidt will call time. Goldschmidt has been terrific with runners in scoring position this season. The payoff, swing and a miss, got him on a cutter. Second time Goldschmidt has struck out tonight.
I think Paul Goldschmidt, with runners on, really likes to stay inside the ball. Watch, this is kind of a backup, and he tries to stay in, which it just doesn't. If that ball moves the way it should, he probably lines it to right field, but he got the movement from the spin of the ball that he was not used to. You see him trying to stay inside to hit it to the right side. Just wasn't able to do it.
Here's Jazz, struck out his first time up. And that backdoor curve in for a strike, 0-1.
You're really getting a look now at Martin and how he uses all of his pitches. I mean, you seldom do you see back-to-back. And he's able to throw all those 6 pitches, and you say, you know, well, why didn't every pitcher throw 6 pitches? I mean, it's very confusing to a hitter, but not every pitcher can control them, make them work right. And, you know, sometimes there's just too many cooks in the kitchen, and you just you can't control any of them.
Doesn't use any of the pitches more than 26% of the time. It uses all of them at least 13% of the time. So it really is an even mix with those 6 pitches. Slider, change, sinker, four-seamer, cutter, and curve. The 1-1. It's a little challenge to myself. Could I say all 6 pitches before the next pitch?
That was impressive.
Thank you. I'm here to try and pull off these linguistic feats.
Aren't good for me. We have to go to break before I get through.
Jazz will call time. Yankees trying to add some more. 2 runs already in here in the third. And Martin engaged too early there and was asked to step off by Malinsky. As Jazz has till that 8-second mark to be alert. The 1-2. That's into dirt. 2-2. Take a look at the pitch arsenal. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Yeah, you'll see. I mean, he uses everything and at a high percentage, and he has great control both sides of the plate with all 6 pitches, and that's which makes him good.
And now the count full on Jazz. with Spencer Jones on deck. Jones has already gone yard tonight. The 3-2. All four, and the bases are loaded for Spencer Jones. And a little trip to the mound. Jazz has been mixing in his walks lately at 3 on Sunday after coming into the game in the 6th inning. And he works one here. How about the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay? Spencer Jones, peace.
That's fast.
Over 111 miles per hour off the bat. And his first Yankee Stadium home run. And now he bats. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2 runs already in here in the 3rd. And Jones takes a change down, 1-0.
You know, this is really the time of the game where it can get out of hand. And, you know, if you didn't have Martin out there, who's been so good, chances are you might be in the bullpen already with a lefty up against Jones.
The 1-0. Jones holds up. It's 2-0. Jones has been very effective in his limited at bats since coming back up. Ahead 2-0. Big rip there. Had one thing on his mind. 2-1. Oof. And 2-1. And it's 3-1 on Jones.
Martin really digging himself a hole by not being able to control his pitches this inning. He's been behind constantly in this inning.
And here comes the 3-1. Just missed. Fouled it straight back.
Just a little movement at the end. Got it away from the barrel of the bat.
Well, there's that lefty Murphy warming instead of on the mound. And Jones takes ball 4, but it will be challenged at the plate by Romo. And it will remain ball 4. Not a bad gamble if you're Romo with the bases loaded. But it's an RBI walk from Spencer Jones, and it's a 4-1 Yankees lead.
Well, good at bat. I mean, Spencer Jones, obviously young, wants to get the crowd on their feet, do something big. But, you know, if you don't get a pitch, you've got to take your walks.
Here's Caballero with the infield in. Lifts that in the air to right center. Peters, just a decent arm, makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is Bellinger. Jazz goes to 3rd. It's a sacrifice fly for Jose Caballero, and the Yankee lead is 5-1.
Well, Caballero does good things in this game. I mean, he'll dare you on the bases. He'll try to hit home runs when you need home runs, and he'll also do this and just get the job done. Now, offensively, he's been very sound for the Yankees this year.
And McMahon will be the 9th hitter that the Yankees send to the plate here in the 3rd.
It's outside.
1-0. What's amazing, Paul, is, you know, Martin tied for the 8th lowest walk percentage in the AL going into this game. He's walked 3 in this inning.
And he's been behind in the count, and you know, his style of pitching is to go to another pitch, a different location, and he's just been off in the bottom of the 3rd here.
And now McMahon ahead 2-0. Pitch counts up to 68 for Martin. The 2-0, and it's 3-0. With the score on deck. McMahon swinging and just taps it weakly to second. That will end the inning with the Yankees put up 4 runs in the third, have a 5-1 lead at the stadium. Well, pitching decisions presented by Sage. I know, Paul, you love that final pitch at the top of the third for Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I mean, he has dominated with his fastball. He's established his fastball. Every once in a while, you've got to change things up a little bit. And then you saw a great changeup to put a left-handed hitter away. I mean, that is a great sequence for Garrett Cole.
And now he's on the mound with a 4-run cushion after the Yankees put up 4 in the third. Face 2, 3, 4 in the White Sox order. Roll to the left side in the hole. Oh, what a play from McMahon. Across, not in time. As Vargas just beats it out for the infield single.
Well, McMahon makes a super play there and then kind of spins in a sitting position and makes a throw, but just not enough time to get it across the field. Or did he? Or did the ball come out of Rice's glove?
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
Close. Yankees are going to have to take a look.
It actually looks like the ball beat him, but I don't know. Was it controlled at that point by Ben Rice? It never left his glove, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Paul. I mean, he definitely hits in the mid before the foot. It never leaves the mid. Wasn't fully controlled initially by Rice, but Aaron Boone says, put on the headset. And yeah, he is less than thrilled.
Well, it's a good thing that Ben Rice really didn't, kind of sweep it up at the end, because he probably would have lost the ball out of his glove. He just kind of laid it there so it didn't come out. See, at this point, as soon as it hits, it starts to come out. Now he just lays the glove there to keep it from rolling out of the glove.
And the ball doesn't have to be in the back of the mid. It just has to be within the glove. The nuance here would be whether or not it's controlled. Is the baseball controlled there by Rice before the foot hits the bag? Taking a long look at it.
He's explaining, it hit here, but it ended up there. And if you're waiting to see if you got a hit or not, you don't want to hear any score. I just want to know if I got a hit or not. It's a long one.
This is, Paul. All right, here we go.
After review, the call is overturned. Runners out. Yankees retain the play.
I mean, that is a really nice play from Ryan McMahon.
It was a super play by McMahon, and at the end of the play, I was really happy to see that Ben Rice, as a normal first baseman, you kind of scoop it up, and because you got the longer glove, but he just kind of laid it there flat on the ground to keep the ball from going out. I don't know if he did it intentionally or not, but it was pretty cool.
Worked out. So 1 away, and here's Benintendi. Cole at 46 pitches. Benintendi homered last time. This time he'll sky one to right. And Caballero will stylistically make the catch. 2 down. Here's Colson Montgomery. First round pick back in 2021. Entered last year as the 39th ranked prospect in baseball. Oh, and 2. Garrett Cole calling his pitches on the pitch com there. The 0-2. He got him. 97 over the outside corner. Another 1-2-3 inning delivered by Cole. Oh, what an awesome shot of Yankee Stadium. Bottom of the 4th inning, Yanks a 5-1 lead on the White Sox. 4 runs in the 3rd. That was started by this man, J.C. Escarra. Hit a check swing double just over the bag at 3rd. And now he has a single up the middle. J.C. 2 for 2. And the Yankees get it started in the 4th. Hey, the New York Yankees Foundation Grand Slam auction is open now. You can bid on amazing items and VIP experiences, including a dinner at home plate at Yankee Stadium and many more. Scan the QR code or go to Yankees.com/Grand Slam auction and watch Yes's game coverage this Saturday to get a special look at many of the items up for bid. Some incredible stuff there for the Grand Slam auction, so make sure to check it out.
I don't know if I told them, hey, Mom, we're having dinner at home plate today.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'd be as excited as I am, to tell you the truth.
Depends what's on the menu.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool, though.
Yeah, really cool. You and I were down on the field before the game and saw my buddy CeCe was here today.
Yeah, CeCe holding court down there.
That's right.
Getting over some knee surgery.
That's right.
Still hitting the golf ball.
That's right. He's back out there. I think his first round post-knee surgery was Augusta, so he's doing all right.
Yeah, that's a good warm-up. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Volpe pops it up. Mydroth looking for it. Now finds it and makes the catch.
CeCe was telling me on the field he's doing the Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Which, brings back the memories of the Yankees and the White Sox. What a cool thing that was. And they're back to the cornfield this year, right?
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, watching that game was such a spectacle and so dramatic. So many late, huge home runs, lead changes. Love those creative events.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that baseball's really done well with, bringing those type of games.
Yeah.
Just from the average, obviously Yankee Stadium's a beautiful place, but every once in a while you just go back to the roots of the game.
Even what they've done with their international series and those games and the way they felt like events. I mean, when the Yankees went to London, that was a few of the coolest days of my life. That experience was remarkable. Meredith and I had a lovely tea time there. It was
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Tea and crumpets.
That's right.
Paul, you should have seen how proper we were that day. High tea with Ruocco at the Four Seasons. Come on.
Champagne at 11 a.m. What's better than that? Rice. Yep. Correct answer. Goodbye. Off the second deck. Ben Rice with home run number 20. And the Yankees are pouring it on. It is a 7-1 game.
Oh, Ben Rice, he took another question mark off the scouting report. We had 3. Well, there's 2. He has had some kind of year. And again, the importance of his bat in this lineup, with some of the big boppers out of the lineup, he is just having a phenomenal year to this point.
Boy, and they are really getting to Martin, who entered this game with a 2.41 ERA, second in the AL. Aaron Judge all smiles at what he's seeing. He had 9 starts, allowing 0 or 1 run. Second most in the majors to Cam. But the Yankees have touched up Martin for 7 runs so far here in the 4th. Rice tied for 3rd in the American League in homers. As Bellinger just golfs that one into right center. Beautiful piece of hitting. His second hit of the night.
You go back to the big blow here. Ben Rice, another breaking ball that just did not get in off the plate. Some kind of pitch you saw earlier in the game, hooked into the seats. Well, this is the same thing. A righty, if you leave that breaking ball just out over the plate against the lefty, it's going to get hit hard.
Here's Goldschmidt. Ben Rice, the fastest non-Judge Yankee to 20 home runs since Luke Voigt hit 22 in that 2020 60-game season. Yeah, big smile for Benny Biceps. Speaking of biceps, you notice Boone was looking a little swole in his press conference today.
I think he lifted before he went to the press conference.
I was going to say, don't mess with the manager. He's covering him up now, but Boone was showing off the guns earlier. Goldschmidt 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. That's foul. Oh, look at that. I mean, come on. Goldschmidt gives it a ride. Deep to left field, and that too is gone. The last question mark erased, Paul.
That's right. I'm glad I only put 3 there. You don't want to waste them all tonight. But again, Goldschmidt has just been unbelievable for the Yankees. His 10th of the year, but the time that he has taken off is the time that the Yankees need him. Well, they've run away with this one.
It is a 9-1 Yankee lead, and the man who yielded the fewest homers per 9 in the league entering tonight has served up 3 to the Yanks now. Martin will finally depart, but the damage has been done. And Goldschmidt, the latest to leave the yard. 9-1 Yankees in the 4th. The ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all, the MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile, is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. Go to MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Here's Chris Murphy. Well, Paul, your scouting report was spot on today, my friend.
No, I didn't know how many question marks to put on the scouting report. And everybody thinks if they didn't see the scouting, what are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
I said something has to give. He only gave up 3 home runs all year, which leads to all starters in baseball. But the Yankees had 102 home runs coming into the game. So, you know what? If I get them 1, 2, 3, no, they're 3.
Yeah.
Question marks all got answered.
You put 3 question marks, you got 3 home runs. Now Chisholm smacks a base hit into right. The Yankees are bopping tonight.
Well, again, Jazz, I mean, he's gone to a heavier bat. We've talked about that numerous times, but see how that bat kind of stays through the zone a little bit longer? Because, you know, you don't whip it. You don't use your hands to kind of whip it out of the strike zone, and it seems that it has helped him kind of groove his swing a little bit better.
Here's Jones as an RBI walk and a solo home run. Paul, I thought you made such a good point about Jones in that bases loaded situation after a home run. Young guy who could want to try and do too much there, but he had the patience to take the walk on some tight pitches.
You try to force it sometimes. I mean, you want to, your crowds are on their feet. You just want to make it, throw me a strike. You cannot force a pitcher to throw this strike. So, you know, you got to understand you've got 500 and some at bats in a regular major league season. You're not going to get good pitches to hit every single time.
2-1.
It's so funny. There's times where you're really hitting the ball well. You don't want to walk.
Right.
I mean, you know in the back of your mind, I'm going to hit something hard. You don't want to walk. And there's times that you feel bad. You're begging for a walk.
2-2.
I put a chin strap on that.
Yeah, I mean, that thing keeps rocking around.
It's that young hair, man. They just want to show it off, you know?
You had to go follicle on me, didn't you? I mean, you still got it all, Paul. You're going to have it forever.
It's got this funny white tinge to it now. I can't figure it out.
3-2. Beautiful night sky. I mean, really a perfect June night for baseball. 3-2. And there's another walk from Jones. Been on base all 3 times.
Every single at bat that he's getting now at the major league level is just giving him confidence that he can do things. And now that he's hit a couple home runs, that he was up here earlier, he got sent down. Now he's more comfortable this time. You can just see him starting to progress as a hitter. And obviously he's still young. There's a lot to learn. He's going to have to really control, especially that up and in strike that he has a tendency to swing at. But boy, you can see power-wise what he's capable of doing.
And you're right, there's been just a feeling of competency in his at-bats. But actually excited and wanting to see more. In addition to the 111-mile-an-hour lasers.
That gives you a lot of confidence. I was talking to him on the field a little bit before the game, and you know, just asking him about center field and right field, and he said he's much more comfortable, you know, rep-wise at center field now. But when he was drafted, you know, he played a lot of right field, so it's nothing new to him. But you know, he is so big. It's amazing. His athleticism enables him to play center field with speed.
Caballero chops that foul. Caballero sack fly in the 3rd. Yankees scored 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, 4 already here in the 4th. And Caballero went around. 2 down.
And, you know, you just commit out on that front foot a little bit. You just don't have time to really make a decision. You see a lot of hitters, when you're lunging and out on that front foot, you know, you just wave at the ball because you just don't have the time to see it.
You know, you're talking about Spencer Jones as an athlete. Luis Rojas was telling Meredith that Jones has the fastest sprint speed on the Yankees.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. I mean, you think, okay, he's fast, but when you look at Jazz and Caballero, guys like Colby, no way.
Right.
And guys, it was during the course of a conversation about the outfielders, and he said Dominguez may be a little bit better acceleration, but actual sprint speed, it's Spencer Jones, which kind of threw me a little bit.
That's amazing. One and one on McMahon, who made the final out as the 9th hitter to come to the plate in the 3rd. Trying to avoid that here in the 4th as he is once again the 9th man to come to plate here in this inning.
I think if you look at the way this lineup is configured tonight, the Yankees, I think Aaron Boone thought, that Martin, as good as he is, I'm going to stack this lineup 2, 4, 6 lefties. But, with a 9-1 lead, you don't mind it because, your lefties against Martin did a great job.
Broken bat, base hit into right field. Jazz being waved home. He will score. Jones to third. It's an RBI single for Ryan McMahon, and it is a 10-1 Yankee lead.
Well, the Yankees just keep going on here tonight. I mean, good solid at-bats with men in scoring position. They've walked when they needed to. They've had home runs. Again, this is a slider. Not a lot of break. It kind of stays there, but off the end of the bat. To hit that slider away as a lefty, you really got to stay on the ball, which is a good sign from McMahon.
And the Yankees have batted around here in this fourth after sending 9 hitters to the plate in the third.
I'm just going back to Meredith speaking about the sprint speed, and then I watched Jazz score on that hit. I don't know if they would say that in front of Jazz. I don't know how he would take that, knowing that he's not the fastest guy out there.
Escara, a double and a single. Let's see Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz just makes it easy. I mean, this is like 3/4. This is just being able to kind of lope around and score.
Escara started the third with a double. Started the fourth with a single. Gorgeous pink hues in the clouds and a beautiful blue sky.
They must teach you guys this at Fordham, because Michael does the same thing. You paint pictures.
I think we both just love life and words. Notice things and want to describe them. Look at that. You must have loved playing on nights like tonight, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year, and you always know when it doesn't get dark till like 8:30. But this is summer. This is what baseball is all about. Although when it gets cold and dark early in October, that's really what baseball is.
There you go. Especially here. Escara cues it softly back to the mound. Murphy throws it away. Could have seen that coming. Away this is gone. Run will score. McMahon to third. Escara at second. It is an 11-1 game.
Yeah, this is just one of the nights, and we've talked about the White Sox, how they're so skewed. Their home and away record, 24-12 at home, 14-20 on the road. Haven't been the same team, and you can see this kind of inning starting to unfold where Animal's going to have to figure out how he pitches to get through this game and on to tomorrow. Plenty of time, just kind of tugged it up the line. No opportunity for Gonzalez.
And E1. Inning continues for Volpe. The scorebook's getting a little funky over here, Paul.
Well, you don't have to worry about your whiteouts. You don't you make mistakes and it's 10-1 or 11-1. You just leave them.
You just roll. Yeah. I mean, you're right. And 0-2 on Volpe. The only man who has not joined the party, to use our friend Ken Singleton's term, is Caballero, who does have a sac fly. 8th game, the Yankees have scored in double figures. Volpe down on strikes. The inning finally ends, but the Yankees put up 6 in the 4th. Ben Rice accounting for 2 of them there. Benny Barrels goes yard. Then Paul Goldschmidt says, yeah, I can do it too. 11-1 Yanks. Yankees Baseball on Yes, brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Well, we're going to keep trucking here, Paul.
Keep on trucking. That's from like the 70s, Ryan. That's way before your time.
That's true. 5th inning, and Garrett Cole has been staked to a 10-run lead. And now we're ready to go with Braden Montgomery. Swinging at the first pitch, taps it to Jazz. 1 pitch, 1 out. Cole has retired 11 in a row since that Benintendi home run.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, and you say it time and time again about veteran pitchers. You know, you give up a home run in the first inning, and you close the book on it. You turn the page, and the next thing you know, you look up. There hasn't been a hit since, and you've allowed your offense to throw up 11 runs.
You know what else you see when you look up?
What's it?
House of Dragons costumes on the scoreboard tonight.
You're going to have to explain these things to me. I'm seeing a lot of costumes. I felt like it was Halloween. I didn't get the whole thing behind it. But is that Game of Thrones?
That's Game of Thrones. It's a Game of Thrones spinoff, and it's House of Dragons night at the stadium. So they have all the players dressed up in Westeros gear. It's a prequel series to Game of Thrones. It's very good, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And season 3 is coming back. First 5,000 fans got a House of Dragons cap. Nobody got that costume though.
No.
Just Chase Mydroff. Swing and a miss, chased upstairs. 5th strikeout for Cole. Hey, Yankees fans, fireworks night is back again this season. Kick off your 4th of July weekend at Yankee Stadium on Friday, July 3rd. And stay after the game for a post-game fireworks show courtesy of Baby Ruth. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com.
Big fireworks guy. I don't know why.
Yeah, no,
that's
same. Amazing.
I had older brothers who somehow, some way, had a trunk full of fireworks on July 4th. I don't know where they got them. I really did. I wouldn't tell mom and dad. But it made for a good July 4th, you know.
I'm a big viewer. I'm not a big executor of the actual firework.
My kids think I'm nuts. Why are you so into fireworks? I say, I don't know. I just grew up with them. You know?
Paul the Pyro. I didn't know it.
No, it's just you played a Little League game. You went to the carnival. You watched fireworks at night. It's just that's what July 4th was.
Like a scene from Sandlot.
Kind of.
Rock is warming.
Yeah, that screen's not backwards. They got 5 lefties in the bullpen. 5.
Yeah, that's a lot to have down in your pen. Swing and a miss. Another 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Cole. He is dialed in and has a big cushion. The Yankees return to Prime tomorrow to take on the White Sox. Don't miss a minute of the Yankees beginning at 6:30 only on Prime. Here's Joe Rock. Made his White Sox debut Saturday against the Dodgers, and he is going to face Ben Rice, Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt. Rice is homered. Bellinger has 2 hits. Goldschmidt is homered. And I think we have a pitch comm issue.
I don't know if you heard Michael when doing games, how he gets so chapped when these things go wrong. They should have been fixed before he went out there.
You know,
Just a thought.
yeah. He has a point.
You're right.
Testing in the dugout. Maybe the service just doesn't work out there.
Bad cell phone service?
That's right.
Ryan, while we're sitting here, we talked about the Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Unbelievable movie, but let's play what ifs.
Okay.
I always love to do this. So, Shoeless Joe Jackson, who was banned in the 20s, right?
Yeah.
What would the American League been if they built around him? Because if you look at why they were building around Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, Shoeless Joe Jackson had better numbers. He was a better hitter. Higher average. Babe Ruth 342. Shoeless Joe 356. Lou Gehrig 340. So you give him the full career. We're saying his name along with Ruth and Gehrig and things like that. It's amazing to see things that happen in the course of history of baseball that kind of change it forever.
What could have been if some choices aren't made, right? Yeah. You see where Rice is on the home run leaderboard in the majors now. You know what? I'll take all the what ifs you got tonight.
Yeah.
We're 11-1 in the 5th inning.
We got a few more innings to go through them, huh? Audrey, you got it? We're going to have to figure some stuff out here.
And Rice takes a strike, 3-1. Now, Rice had a key challenge in the 3rd inning. Looked like he was struck out. Tapped the helmet, became ball 2, eventually walked, and it helped set up that big 3rd inning as Ben Rice works a walk right now. All right. Time for Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen. Made for your brain. Started with the Royals and the White Sox.
Right. One of my favorite guys. I love him.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Okay. Your teammate.
Uh-huh.
Popped up. Foul ground, and catch is not made there by Vargas. Had more room than he realized, and the at-bat will continue.
Yeah, that's just not knowing the ballpark. Reaching for the tarp, but he was not there. I mean, ideally, you want to sprint to the tarp and then find the baseball and adjust to it. But he was kind of coasting over there, and then you get in trouble thinking you're going to hit it. I'm going to give you a clue about tonight's trivia.
Okay.
He had a pitch.
Yeah.
That resembles so much of Cruz in the bullpen.
We had a fork ball?
Basically,
okay.
Yeah, one of the better fork balls I've ever seen.
Bellinger lines it to center. That gets down. 3rd inning of the game for Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger, he goes deep. He just swats balls all over the place. I was looking at his bat when he was holding it, and there's little ink marks, and the ink marks from the baseball. I mean, they're all up and down the barrel. Right there, just staying through it. Weight wasn't perfectly where he wanted it, but able to stay through the ball and just line it to center field. That is a gift to be able to do that when everything else is kind of out of whack, to still be able to stay in there and hit a line drive up the middle.
I mean, Paul, watching him every day and just kind of his approach and his ability to hit to all fields and adjust within a count. What's the thing as a hitter you admire most about Bellinger?
His adjustments. I mean, he'll go to left center field. He'll stay in there on lefties. He'll try to hit the big home when needed. If not, he'll get a base hit. He does every aspect of the game very good, and it's fun to watch.
Exit velocity presented by Spectrum. Here the guys hitting in front and behind Bellinger tonight. Rice and Goldie have both gone yard. 1-2 on Goldschmidt. Ten homers this season, 5 against lefties, 5 against righties. Broken bat, foul. Left a little shard in the infield. Now, Goldie, he belongs, all right? I feel like he would be House Stark, but maybe he's a Targaryen. I know I'm speaking your language.
Way over my head, then. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll act like I do, though.
I feel like you would enjoy Game of Thrones.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, that would be a heck of a binge for you now. And Goldschmidt knew it. Down looking at the backdoor breaking ball. One away. Hey, James has delivered another what if for us.
All right, what if this trade? Oh yeah, talking about the Babe Ruth trade for $100,000. Oh, but the White Sox for the same trade offered $60,000 and shoeless Joe Jackson.
Wow,
that looks like a steal now.
Yes.
Good one, James.
Chisholm hits it hard. On the ground is second. Could be 2. And is to end the inning. We go to the 6th. Yankees an 11-1 lead at the stadium.
It's Justin Shackle with your Audi update. Red Sox and Jays at Fenway, top of the 5th. Nobody out. Davis Schneider unloading on a changeup way out of there past the monster. 3rd of the season as he tries on the jacket. Next batter, Andres Jimenez homers to the deepest part of the park. His 7th of the season. Toronto up 4-zip in the 7th, guys.
All right, Shacky. Well, Nick Kurtz, Ben Rice, they are doing their thing at first. Kurtz 2 home runs last night, 7 his last 8 games. Pete Crow Armstrong hit for the cycle last night for the Cubs. And how about Byron Buxton over his last 7 games, a .429 average and 5 home runs. And Garrett Cole back to work. He has been outstanding. He's made 1 mistake. And Andrew Benintendi home run in the 1st. And he has retired every other hitter that he has faced. 13 in a row sat down by Cole. Pitch count in really good shape as well. Remember, this is against a White Sox team that's been hot offensively. The 1-2. Pop foul. That will make the seats. Smoke to first, and Rice gets a glove on it, nothing more. And going to second now. Caught in between. Will they get him in time? No. As Peters gets back. And is the White Sox first base runner since the 1st inning.
Well, first of all, it's almost self-defense down here. Rice, you get to the side of this ball because it's just hit too hard. If you stay, you're going to take it in front of the chin. But then a wise decision at the end of this play. I don't know, 11-1. You better walk to second. You got a good chance of getting thrown out there. It's not a good chance.
So the exit velo comes back on that.
That Rice knows pretty close.
101.8. Been a while since, well, actually, this is the first time tonight that Garrett Cole has had to pitch out of the stretch. Yeah. Laced into center field. Jones racing back, catches up with it to make the play. Very nice play there from Spencer Jones for the first out.
Yeah, for a minute there, I thought that he got a bad read on it, but he got to the side where, as a left-hander, glove open where he could reach a little bit. The best way to turn when you're kind of fooled is this way, so you can reach a little bit farther. And he did. He ran it down at the end. And it's amazing. Every once in a while, I'll come into the ballpark and come through Monument Park to center field. And it didn't feel that way. It is amazing how big the outfield looks now. When you can't run anymore, it's just like there's just no way. In the old days, it's like, wow, I could get to that ball. And right now, it's just like, I don't think I could catch a ball playing jacks. It's just the way it is.
I know it wasn't here, but you start thinking, how did I flag down that Luis Polonia shot to right center? And
it still kind of makes my stomach churn a little bit.
With a bad hammy?
Yeah. Nobody cares about your hammy when the ball's in the air. You know that is not the ball.
There was a lot on the line there. Mike Malinsky is saying you got to have your hands apart when you step on the rubber.
Come on, man. It's 11-1. You don't seem amused at anything still.
I wonder if he'll be amused when he finds out we were breaking down his biceps.
Oh, be loving life.
That's right. Antonacci watches ball 3. I mean, it does have to be hard for any pitcher. You go 5 innings not throwing a single pitch from the stretch, and all of a sudden Cole in it, and he will issue his first walk.
You can tell his frustration right there. Just all of a sudden a little blip on the screen, but you also get to the point where you start pitching to the scoreboard. You start challenging people more. You've seen a couple balls hit hard this inning, but still he's been really good tonight. Had good velocities, used his pitches when he needed them.
Yeah, Matt Blake going to go and chat with his ace. Cole at 75 pitches, and a pinch hitter coming to the plate for the White Sox, and it's ex-Yankee Everson Pereira. Yeah, probably keep that zipped up tonight. Cruz peering in. Yankee bullpen's been really good over the last couple of weeks. You wonder if Miguel Vargas is okay with Pereira pinch hitting here for him. There's always a chance of, hey, it's 11-1, get him off his feet, but
a lot of times a manager will even call you over and say you had enough. And sometimes you, believe it or not, you've checked out, and it's just you'll do that to your everyday players, guys that will be in the lineup again tomorrow.
feel that way on the 15th hole sometimes, Paul.
Once in a while, the mind starts wandering a little bit.
That's right. Little looper down the right field line, foul. As a hitter, because every bat matters to you, right? I mean, it's going to affect your numbers one way or another, regardless of the score. How hard was it to step into the box in games like this when you're down 11-1 and still have that focus?
I always knew that this at-bat would turn into the next at-bat, and it could snowball. If you just gave it away, the next thing you had 2 in a row, and then all of a sudden, all right, now have I messed up? So,
yeah.
You know, it was a challenge. Don't get me wrong. Believe me, when the game's on the line 1-1, your concentration is instant there. But now you're working on just giving yourself a chance every single time so you can roll it into the next at-bat or the next at-bat tomorrow when the game might be on the line.
Now those are some locks I'm jealous of. Ground to the left side. Volpe to second for one on to first. Not in time. 2 down.
Yeah, this was a slow hit ball. There was really not a good chance to turn this. Volpe had to move too far to his right. Jazz still has to wait for the ball, get rid of a great arm strength, but just not enough time. There runs real well.
And here's Andrew Benintendi, who has driven in the only White Sox run of the game, a solo home run back in the first. Cole retired 13 in a row after that until the single from Peters to lead off the 6th. That one just misses down 1-0.
I guarantee that you asked me about the hitting and the concentration. That Garrett Cole would love to finish this outing right here and get out of this inning without giving up another run.
Hedrick now warming for the Yanks. Cole at 82 pitches. Benintendi, who's really the vet of this White Sox team. Guy spent a lot of time around his locker looking to him. Said White Sox team came in with a lot of confidence. Taking 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Taking 2 in a rain-shortened series against the Braves. Yankees with an 11-1 lead here in the 6th. And that misses. So a 4-pitch walk. So meeting at the mound with the bases loaded. This by far the most that Cole has had to labor in any inning. He was breezing through the first 5. Not many 3-ball counts.
That's where you kind of reboot out there. You know, the game's not in jeopardy. Obviously, you want to get through this inning, but to finish this outing and kind of get your concentration back, kind of make good pitches, then you can really look and at later tonight and feel, this is what I had tonight.
Montgomery making Acuna. So maybe they are just giving some guys a few innings off here. Neal 1. Tapped weakly, going to be a tough play. McMahon gloves, fires, not in time. run will score. An infield single from Acuna, and it's an 11-2 game.
Aaron Boone was trying to get him through this inning. That's just a bad break right there. And you talk about a play that was made. You know, he was not an out, but a phenomenal play. A runner running in front of you, kind of a short hop backhand. Get rid of it. Acuna's got great wheels. McMahon made a great play there, but it didn't work out. Look at this. All this stuff happening at once, and got rid of it as quick as he could. Just perfectly done. Just no way to get him.
Montgomery did not go around. 1-0. 87 pitches thus far for Cole, which is a season high. Previous high was 83. He threw 83 in each of his last two. Drops a changeup in there for a strike. One and two.
Back to back. I mean, you're going to use that a lot more against lefties, especially in big situations where he's trying to get through this inning and go back to it again away or something high out of the strike zone.
Time is called at the plate by Montgomery. (11-2) Yankee lead. Top of the sixth. 2 out. Bases loaded. 1-2 count. 90th pitch from Cole coming here. And the 1-2. Rolled to second. Went with another change and got Montgomery. Cole through 6 at the stadium. An 11-2 Yankee lead. Well, it is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Here is Coco. She loves her red Yankees hat and brings the big Bronx energy to every game she attends. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Oh, yeah, spotlight those young children. Those are the Millers.
You know them?
I know them. Those are terrific young kids. They have a wonderful mother and father, too. Here's Spencer Jones. He's been on base 3 times. A homer, his first at the stadium. A walk with the bases loaded. And then walked and came around to score. Hagen's done such a nice job, Paul, of piecing it together despite massive injuries. I mean, in recent years, they couldn't survive a week without Aaron Judge, never mind an extended stretch, which, look, it still has a long way to go. We know that. Aaron Boone talked about that today, but had a lot of guys stepping up. No Stanton, no Judge, not going to have Grisham for a while now.
Well, I mean, you got to take a small picture. You know, it's about tonight. It's how we go out and we win tonight. And, you know, Aaron Judge will take care of Aaron Judge, and hopefully he'll be back healthy, you know, before, you know, the stretch run. But you can't just wait and say, hey, everything will be fine when they all come back. I mean, you figure out a way to win tonight. And then, you know, you got some guys swinging the bat, and you're always going to be in the game because your starting pitching so good. So you should have an opportunity every night. And believe me, I miss that guy right there as much as anything. There's nobody I like to watch come to the plate. But, you know, injuries do happen in the game. But nobody's going to feel sorry for you. That's for sure.
3-2 on Jones. You see the defensive changes for Chicago. And Jones goes down on strikes. First time he's been retired today.
See, that's the pitch right there, Ryan, that you've seen in the, you know, the first, especially the first couple of weeks that he was here, that he's either going to have to lay off or, you know, not get to that point. where you're swinging at that ball right on your hands. It's just extremely hard for a guy his size to get his arms extended on that pitch.
Caballero takes a strike. You know, we were talking earlier about Caballero and the pitch clock and how, you know, he intentionally waits to look up and engage with the pitcher until he has to. And he was talking about that for a while in the clubhouse earlier today, and he said, it's an opportunity for me to dictate the at-bat as the hitter. If I decide, okay, I'm going to wait till that moment, then it's happening on my terms rather than just waiting and the pitcher going whenever he wants. Which Aaron Boone said he thinks is pretty heady of Caballero and is almost surprised that more guys don't do it. Is Caballero always in the mix? Lines a single to left.
Look at a little slimming slider. He stays level through it, you know, out in front a little bit, but if you come off this ball, you'll pop it up. Watch how he reaches forward. He keeps the bat through the strike zone. He's able to line it in the left center field.
There's McMahon. McMahon, another guy who's been hitting better of late. McMahon's last 19 games entering tonight. 275 batting average and an 844 OPS. He's 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI single.
It looks like that RBI single you're talking about broke the bat. That looks like a brand new piece of lumber.
Yep. Waves and misses there. 2-2. How about having a last name Rock?
Right. Why not, right?
Not a nickname like Tim Raines, but your last name is Rock. Wave and a miss, and McMahon down on strikes. 2 away. Well, the scar coming up, which has us wondering, how about a Yankee catcher who isn't here right now? Let's get an Austin Wells update from Meredith.
Well, Ryan, you were talking about some of the injuries the Yankees have had to try to withstand lately. Austin Wells, another guy that is on the IL. He started his rehab assignment today with the Rail Riders. He was behind the plate for 7 innings, was 0 for 3, also worked a walk in that one. He popped out twice and struck out. Aaron Boone saying that he'd catch 7 today and likely again tomorrow, and then have a DH day as J.C. Escarra closes out the inning.
Beautifully done, Meredith. Thank you very much. We go to the 7th. The Yankees all over the White Sox. The Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by ShopRite. We are here. Buy your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. Buy the New York Lottery. Play today and start imagining your win. Oh, some of the greats representing Chicago and New York throughout the years. There's a couple of gentlemen who can hit. Day is done for Garrett Cole. 6 strong innings, 2 runs allowed. And Ryan Yarbrough, the new pitcher for the Yanks, sporting an 11-2 lead. He will face Mydroth, Gonzalez, and Peters, 6, 7, and 8 in the order.
You can close the book on Cole, but just another good outing. You know, anytime you go out and you give up a home run in the first, then you shut them down, then you get a big lead, maybe you lose your concentration, but you finished it out. I think that he had a lot more sequences of pitches, but you know, he's kind of pitching to the scoreboard, a lot of fastballs, uses his changeup once in a while for a strikeout, but just good stuff.
Yeah. Help America's heroes. Donate $11 a month and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org. Just had a great rhythm tonight. Economical with his pitches, Cole. Just.
Well, you get that feeling where, that confidence of when he takes the mound. And if all goes right, you're going to have that confidence every day with the guys who are sending out on the mound.
Paul, as a hitter, did you feel a lightness in the box knowing, hey, we don't need to put up 8 today when you had a great rotation behind you?
There were times where, you had a really good 1 or 2. And, you knew you were going to struggle 3, 4, and 5, that you almost felt pressure. You had to win 1 and 2. You don't know what you're getting from the second half of the starting rotation, but by no means is that where the Yankees are. I mean, you're looking at a guy that has an opportunity to shut down another team every single night, man. And offensively, it kind of frees you up to, if we score now, we score late, we're going to win.
Shallow fly to right. Caballero in to make the catch. This bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Yesterday an off day, so everyone was off. Following a lot of relievers, 5 of them combining to do excellent work on Sunday. 2 out here in the 7th. Yankees with an 11-2 lead. Kristen Peters steps in. Fouls it back. Paul, we got to give a shout out to Greg Colello, the outstanding head of the scoreboard here at Yankee Stadium. Today's his 14th wedding anniversary, him and his wife Jen. And you know where they got married?
Yeah, I do. And I know who married him too.
That's right. I was their officiant here 14 years ago today, right here at Yankee Stadium. So congrats to Greg and Jen as Yarborough tosses a beautiful, easy 1-2-3 7th. Yankees an 11-2 lead. Will stay right here for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps? And please, direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Navy Seaman Louis Salveggi from the Bronx, who served in Vietnam. The Yankees say thank you, Louis, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. Throw the light with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with
It's Justin and Jack with your Ford Studio update. Davis Martin looked like he had the American League figured out going into this start tonight, Jack, but the Yankees offense figured him out pretty early.
Yeah, it was an opportunistic and an aggressive offense, Justin, and they were able to figure him out to the tune of 3 home runs. He only faced 21 batters, 3 of them went deep, and this is a guy who coming into this game had allowed 3 home runs in 78+ innings. Offense is the headline.
Yankee bullpen will take it from here. Jack and I will have you on the postgame with Meredith. Let's go back to the booth with Ryan and Paul.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. Taking a look at the game summary, 2-3-1 for the White Sox, 11-12-0 for the Yanks. Garrett Cole, very good in his 6 innings. The Yankees have gotten homers from Jones, Rice, and Goldschmidt, all off Davis Martin, who had been the hardest starter to homer against in the bigs, as Volpe laces a single to left. His second hit of the day.
A much better look from the right side against this lefty. Rock throwing sidearm. Just hammers it in the left.
Here's Ben Rice. Fly ball. Shallow left. My draw, scampering out to make the catch. Hey fans, the next game on Yes Thursday as the Yankees and White Sox wrap up this 3-game set here in the Bronx. Extended coverage starts at 5 o'clock. The first pitch scheduled for 7:05 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. That's parade day, Paul, so make sure to account for some traffic.
You know what?
On Thursday.
Is there anything better than a ticker tape parade, huh?
You know what it's like going down that Canyon of Heroes.
It brings goosebumps. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that guy will be there. Is that a Springwell jersey? I think so. Matt Schumann getting it for Bellinger with the cushiony lead. After the Yankees won in 09, CC used to always say, you're just chasing that parade again.
That's the thing. I mean, you get to enjoy it through the parade, then you start talking about next year. Oh, we're going to be back, right?
Want to take that trip again. Was 96 the most raucous Canyon of Heroes ride for you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just everyone of them had their separate stories, but 96 was so new. That was the cool thing about it. But it's when I really figured out how many people watch the game.
Yeah.
I mean, because I lived out in Westchester, right?
Yeah.
You would come into the ballpark and you get in the car afterwards, you go back, and you can spend a ton of time in the city. Then all of a sudden you go to this parade. It's just like, I didn't realize there was as many people in the world, and they were all at the parade.
All in one on Goldschmidt, who's homered tonight, his 10th of the year. I remember them in the newspaper the next day after 96, like having the attendance figures for that parade, and it was somewhere in the millions. I think it was over 3, maybe. Yeah, they had it at 3 to 3.5 million people at that parade in 96. Incredible. '98 the same. How about '99? They had you at 3.6 million.
Yeah, that was the big sweep, and then 2000. Obviously, you went over the Mets, so it was a big deal all in New York.
And they had that at 3.6 as well. Did you have a favorite parade when you think back?
Not really. I mean, I had memories of certain times of the parade, but they were all just unbelievably special. The people here in New York. I mean, everybody says the greatest fans in the world if you play in the city, but I mean, I had an opportunity to win a World Series in Cincinnati, and I thought, you know, the parade was cool. We were in our convertibles, all 150 people. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And then you come to New York and like, really? Yeah, this is what a parade's supposed to be like.
Yeah, a little different. Goldschmidt stays alive.
See, this is where the Goldschmidt's having a tough time tonight getting his mechanics down, and he's been so hot. You see him kind of stepping out, using all the time to try to clear your mind somewhat. I mean, these are always against lefties, and he did it. He's been so good about lefties, but tonight has just been a night where it seems like he was kind of fighting the mechanics a little bit, but he stepped out, got his head together, stepped back in, and then lined one to left.
Won't be able to race into third.
Volpe, I mean, he's always been a good base runner. Instinctively, just continually to cruise into third.
I mean, that's some good base running too. You don't often see when it's right in front of you there and left, but read it the whole way and made it easily. Jazz powers that to left field, slicing foul. Two and two on Jazz. That's the age where they're going to squirm and squirm.
I can tell you one thing, it's past his bedtime.
Oh, yeah. Swing and a miss. Jazz down on strikes. That'll do it for the seventh. Oh, what a cool look around the stadium in the Bronx. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Ford stores. Proud to be the official SUV of the Yankees, and by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Top of the eighth, Yankees an 11-2 lead on the White Sox. And Ryan Yarbrough in his second inning of work in relief of Garrett Cole. Matt Schumann goes in to left. Bellinger getting off his feet. Yankees have gotten homers in this game from Spencer Jones, Rice, and Goldschmidt, as Jones will come in and make that catch. One down. 3 hits from Bellinger. Caballero is sack fly and a hit. J.C. Escara a couple of hits. McMahon an RBI single. Volpe a couple of hits. And as our good friend Kenny Singleton would say, every starter joined the party. we have some soccer chants in the crowd right now, Paul?
So I think there's a soccer thing going on.
There is.
Somewhere, right?
There certainly is. U.S. looked good in their first game. Saw the other night that the Scottish fans took over Fenway Park. It was amazing listening to them.
Yeah, they had a wave going during a game like a soccer game.
Two and two on Antonacci. Grounded up the middle off. Volpe covered a ton of ground. It just hopped over his glove. And Antonacci is on with a single. Man, it was amazing just watching Volpe try and get to that.
Catches that ball all the way on the right side of second base, but not able to glove it. Antonacci runs pretty well. Don't know if he would have been able to get him at first base anyway. Players always think they can make the play.
Yeah. He went far for that one.
You see the spin of that ball when it goes by. That's what makes it looks so easy to catch. You just don't understand the movement and the spin and how quick it happens.
There's Pereira. Man, I definitely think we got soccer chance now, Paul. It's becoming more voluminous.
Yeah, the group up there in the left field bleachers up at the top deck.
Oh, there we go.
They paid so much for the World Cup ticket, they had to sit in the upper deck here at the Yankee Stadium.
Do we have more Scottish fans up there?
Well represented.
See some kilts?
And guys, the Yankees are getting in on the World Cup action too. They actually have a pool in the clubhouse. They've been having some fun with it. And we were in Toronto. Jose Caballero on the off day actually went to hang out with Team Panama. They don't play until, I believe, tomorrow, but they gave him a whole kit. Got a soccer ball. He's been taking it to the ballpark, dribbling it around a little bit. He's been having some fun.
Love that. Such a great event. Two and two.
Kind of my introduction to soccer. I didn't grow up with soccer. We didn't have a soccer team for a high school, believe it or not. So I remember walking into the locker room one day, Luis Soho, this guy. I mean, they were just glued to the television. I'm like, what am I missing here? What game's on? And I looked up and that's what it was kind of the start of it all for me.
Love that. How about the kilt? Could you rock that, ball?
I don't know if I can do squats in the quilt. I don't know what it's called.
I remember watching the '94 World Cup when it was here, and that really hooked me.
Been a fan ever since.
Been a fan ever since. Love it. That final in the previous World Cup between Argentina and France, one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
What was Michael saying? Back at the pit.
Yarborough ahead 0-2. Just misses there with a change, 1-2. Ascara thinks it was a strike. Here comes the ABS challenge.
I'm going to ask you, James, you can chime in on this too. Come on, we need you about now. If
Call's overturned.
you matters out challenge in 11-2, I guess you are. That's just something you're not allowed to do.
Well, tonight on Yes, host Gracie Cashman sits down with Yankees great Jorge Posada for a deep dive into the numbers that defined his career. Watch a new episode of The Story of My Number presented by the New York Lottery tonight following Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Oh, Acuna's in. So we have a position player pitching. And Spencer Jones tees off on that, but right at Pereira for the out.
I'd say that's a little bit below hitting speed right there. That was way below even a knuckleball.
Carroll behind the plate, Romo at first. Paul, how did you feel when you have to face a position player?
It's kind of a no-win situation. You're supposed to go up and just hammer one, but you're just uncomfortable. It's kind of like the old-timers day. You don't want to get 2 strikes. You might strike out, you know?
Now, you were wondering about ABS in 11-2 game. Well, yeah, you could still do it, but there is no ABS when a position player pitches.
I do remember reading that coming into the season.
By the way, that contingent of Scottish fans just continued to be delightfully entertaining in between innings. Singing all out to every song as Caballero tomahawks that high and deep to left. Jose Caballero adds a home run to his ledger, and it is a 12-2 Yankee lead.
Well, if you're going to throw it up there, you might as well hit it out. Huh? I mean, this is borderline just ethos. Just lob it in there, way up. Such a hard thing for a guy who's used to, looking at 90, 95, to sit back and wait. Kind of speeds his motion up and then just lobs it. Boy, left it up, right? Up in the strikes. You don't get away with that when you know 42.
You sure don't. Yeah, 42 is, that is definitely below hitting speed. Oof. McMahon, one hopper to second. Now Ascara will step to the plate. If you're Ascara, you're like, hey, I don't have a homer yet this year.
You know what? Every at bat means something to me. I'm hearing all the rumors about the catching, and a hit's a hit.
He has 2 of them so far tonight. Started the Yankees rally in the 3rd and the 4th.
The pitch clock's not an issue this inning,
No, it's not.
He's launching that thing with about 13 seconds left.
Well, Ascara said, I'm going to take my walk. Hey, fans, stay tuned for tonight's WB Mason Yankees post-game as Justin Shackle and Jack Curry are in the studio with highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. All coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Volpe with his 3rd hit of the day. All right, Paul, that's the thing where if you're Volpe, yeah, the first one should have been a ground out. The first baseman just never covered. Now you're facing a position player, but this is a 3-hit day in the box score.
Look at that 4-seamer. Just end over end right there. Just nothing on it upstairs.
This is real softball-like. Here's Rice. Benny Barrows has got to try and go second deck here, right?
I don't know. You got to use the velocity somewhat through. You were supplying all the power.
Yeah.
On this.
It's just so. That was 37 miles an hour. Oh, he got Rice. Fly ball center field, and the inning is over. Acuna serves up a homer to Caballero, but nothing more. We go to the ninth. All right, Paul, here we go. Name that Yankee. This is a teammate you love.
That's Melito Perez, and he was always had that good forkball, which you see at Cruz in the bullpen. Melito used to sit. There was one fastball that he threw that day. He used to sit in the dugout. There's that forkball with a softball to stretch his fingers.
Wow.
Just absolutely just stretched it out.
Hey, he's got a lot of big name hitters there. I saw him get Kirby Puckett, Robin Yount, Brady Anderson, traded from the White Sox to the Yankees for Bob Wickman. With Bob Wickman and New England team for Steve Sachs. 92, really strong year, all top 6 in the AL. And he had 2 brothers who also pitched in the majors. Served as a mayor as well.
The mayor?
Perez, yeah.
Now, you know, you learn something every day. I never knew Melito was a mayor.
See? That's what our producer Troy Benjamin brings to this broadcast. Yarborough trying to lock down the final 3 outs. He has pitched the 7th and the 8th after Cole gave the Yankees 6 strong innings. A 2-1. Grounded to short. Volpe picks the hop smoothly. 1 down. Tampa going to take on the Dodgers later on tonight out in LA, so chance to perhaps extend the lead in the American League East.
Well, when you're in first place and you're playing well like the Yankees are right now, you don't worry about people behind you. You just go out, you win games, you can't take them away from you. It's when you've dug yourself a hole is when you start scoreboard watching and figuring out what other teams are doing.
The Yankees have vaulted over the Rays since that Judge walk-off homer. Sky to right, Caballero. 2 down. Yankees got offense up and down the order tonight. 16 hits, 12 runs, homers from Caballero, Goldschmidt, Rice, and Spencer Jones. 3 of those homers against a really strong starter in Davis Martin, who had yielded 3 homers all year. And Yarborough has been able to get 8 outs thus far, just 25 pitches. Carlos Rodon goes tomorrow against his former team. And the Yankees 1 strike away. The remaining crowd of 36,000 plus on its feet. The 0-2 fouled straight back. And again, that one in the dirt, 1-2. Well, even Yarborough, though, just to be able to come in, take the real estate, not get into any kind of a trouble where you have to call on anybody else in this game, that's a win.
It certainly is, and that's the strength of Yarborough. When he comes in, he can give you 3 or 4 innings if you need it.
The 1-2, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. That'll do it. The Yankees thump the White Sox in the series opener. 12-2 the final tonight in the Bronx.
Yeah, big time. Garrett Cole, a solid performance in the Yankee offense. Pretty much gave Davis Martin, who was second in the league in ERA coming into the game, kind of gave him a beating, all right? And big offensive performance for the Yankees.
So Aaron Boone and the Yankees move to 2 games in front of the Rays atop the American League East, with Tampa Bay still to play tonight against the Dodgers, but the Yanks keep rolling and against good competition. Jones got it started, and the rest of the bats followed with the ace on the hill. We'll be back to wrap things up in a moment. 12-2 Yanks win. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Prime Day, coming June 23rd to the 26th. By Nissan. Hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Sage, proud accounting software provider of the New York Yankees. The Yankees win it 12-2. We'll be back to dole out the awards in a moment. Time for the game-changing drive of the game, brought to you by Audi and the all-new Audi Q3.
Well, Spencer Jones, you expect when he came here, you wanted to see what he was going to do in Yankee Stadium. Well, that might be a hint of what's to come. A line drive, his first bomber in the Bronx.
And how about our Chevy player of the game?
Well, Garrett Cole, I mean, you just love to see him out on the mound every 5th day. Tonight, another good performance. 6 innings, 3 hits, only 2 runs, 6 strikeouts. Starting to stretch him out, too. Season high, 90 pitches. What's your player of the game?
Taking a look at the big scoreboard. 2-4-1 for the White Sox. 12-16-0 for the Yanks. Garrett Cole the win. Martin the loss. Yarborough gets the save with those 3 innings of relief and 4 homers from the Yankees. Coming up on the Yes Network. Stay tuned for the WB Mason postgame show with Justin Shackle and Jack Curry. Special thanks to producer Troy Benjamin, director Dan Barr, Mike Webb, and our executive producer is Jared Ames Boschnack. Join us again tomorrow as the Yankees and White Sox continue their 3-game series here in the Bronx. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on Yes with the batting practice show, then pregame on Prime at 6:30, with first pitch coming shortly after 7 o'clock. Once again, the final score, the Yankees 12, the White Sox 2. For Paul O'Neill and Meredith Morakovitz, I'm Brian Rucco. Now let's go to Justin Shackle and Jack Curry standing by with the postgame.